I've never understood the folks who, yeah, zero is technically not even a number, it's a concept actually. It represents absence of. You see it all the time in TikTok comments, and I'm just, what the fuck? Because how does it being a concept that represents nothingness imply that it's not a number? Like, one is a concept that represents singleness. That doesn't mean it's not a number, right? But I've thought about it for a while, and I think I can see a point, although they're really bad at expressing it. And that is this. Usually when we're trying to do mathematics in the real world, we attach units to numbers, like 3 apples, 5 meters. And when the units don't match up, you cannot compare the quantities either. You cannot compare 3 apples to 4 oranges. However, if I give you my world famous prize collection of 0 apples, I have also given you my 0 oranges. There's a decent case to be made that 0 apples and 0 oranges are exactly the same thing, and that this applies to all things that act like multisets. There's a clear programming analogy here too. If I'm expecting an array of strings and you hand me an array of integers, usually that will be a problem. However, if that array of integers is the empty array with 0 elements, we're going to be totally fine. The empty array is simultaneously an array of strings and of integers and any other type you can imagine. This is called polymorphism, and it is lovely. However, the empty array is the only one that can be used like this. It's the only array that can be slotted in for any other type of array. So that's weird. And 0 is weird in exactly the same way when conceptualized as these. If someone asks for any number of apples and you hand them 0 oranges, they have to be okay with that. They really won't even notice that you didn't just hand them 0 apples. No other number works like this, and I think that's what's throwing people off. A side note here, I think this whole argument only works for things that are like collections of items or like quantities, like multisets and those sorts of things. Of course, those are exactly what we use in elementary school mathematics. But if asked like how much farther and you say, oh, we're just 0 Kelvin away, I don't think I would accept that, right?